is day 11 of the John Muir Trail, and I smell so bad. But I'm also a lot more optimistic this morning. I'm about 4 miles from Glen Pass, which is the pass I really want to get over, because on the other side is an exit trail, and it saves all my weather and delay days for the last pass, which is the highest pass, Forester. I also had good news for potentially summiting and getting out Whitney. That fire, starting by going uphill, that fire that was 35% contained last time, it's now 80% contained. And Whitney Portal, my exit, is not open yet, but because of these storms, but there's always the potential it might be by the time I get there, which would be amazing, because then I can exit out the pass that's 2 miles from the summit of Whitney instead of having to come down and do an extra 20 miles. So, first things first, gotta get up Glen Pass. Passing by what are usually the jaw-dropping Ray Lakes. There's this nice pinnacle up here. Lost a little bit of its luster with all these clouds and what looks and smells like wildfire smoke. I'm getting closer to Whitney, so I'm hoping this is just from the Whitney fire, and it would make sense because it looks like over here is east, and that's where it looks like it might be a little thicker. So I'm hoping it's just remnants of that and not a new lightning strike fire. It is a very dry year in the Sierra, and we are having thunderstorms. So it's always something, isn't it? Every day, something new. So I'm going to be watching for plumes of smoke today. Again, I hope it's just that fire that we know about. But still got a couple miles to Glen Pass. It should be kind of over here to the right. I need to swing around a little bit before I get a view of it. This is always a fun sight, coming to the turnoff for a ranger station and seeing all these notes, some of them very passive aggressive. So the bear activity warning talks about these problem hikers and intelligent bears. It's a very passive aggressive note. It's actually kind of funny. Basically they've obtained food recently and are getting kind of aggressive. Southbound hikers, this is from a while ago though, for the fire, and then this is the most recent one. Lightning. Oh god, the mosquitoes are out now. It says Monday through afternoon through Tuesday evening. So that's the worst of it, but it said it's a level 6, and that's one of the most dangerous levels. So hopefully that is over. I am a little concerned about this smoke smell though. It is getting stronger the closer I get to the lake. So I just crested the top of Glen Pass, 10,950 feet. Blue skies up here. However, you turn this way, there's at least one fire out there. You can see straight ahead of me. The peaks are very obscured. Some of these clouds are very wispy and not fluffy. There's a perfect example of a wisp that just kind of blew away. There's definitely a fire there. That's a good distance away, and there's a lot of rocky terrain, including this non-vegetated terrain between me and that, so I think I'm okay from that. That's north. Turning around south here, I'm still seeing a lot of smoke. Nothing that obviously looks like the origin of a fire though, unless it's way west here. I did put a request in through my inReach, see if I could get some fire information. There are 2 exits on this side of the pass, one that goes to the east, one that goes to the west. So another exciting day here on the trail. It's a little out of focus because this is a big zoom I'm trying to use. There's a pika on top of this rock. So again, the little bunny with like mouse ears. Oh, there he is. He's moving. He's so cute. Well, now he's looking away. He was yelling at me and the guy across the way before. But pikas, maybe you could hear the other guy. Pikas are alive and well. They're still here in the park. Coming down the south side of Glen, starting to get those really nice views. Also, the air is so much fresher. on this side. That's never any fun to wake up and smell. It's a distinctive smell too, to smell wildfire and then see smoke and not know where it's coming from. So I'm definitely headed in the right direction, the clear air direction. I also forgot to pay the marmot tax. Maybe I'll see him on the way down. I had one sitting on a rock on the way up, posing so nicely, but I was worried about storms and fires, so I didn't break the camera out to get a shot of him. I do feel like I need to include marmots on every pass because you see them on every pass. Many times you see multiple ones. So heading down. I know before I said look at the view coming down Glen Pass, but that was the wrong view. Look at this view. It incorporates that other view. And then I believe that's probably Charlotte Lake down there. And then you have the rest of the High Sierra this way. A little hazed out. It is a little hazy, but again, on this side of the pass, I can't really smell that smoke that I was smelling before. So this is one of the exit routes. It's actually a resupply route. Just to tell you how remote this is probably one of the easiest resupply routes, and it's still 7.5 miles to Onion Valley, and then you've got to hitch a ride down into town. So a lot of these are like 12-mile exits, and some of them to not popular trailheads. But there's several ways to get to Kearsarge Pass. Just take it down to Onion Valley. That is one of the routes. And then not that far up here is another trail junction that will take you to the exact same spot. So in between here and Forester Pass, if anything happens, everything's looking good though right now. If anything happens, that's an exit route. And look at this view too. This has just been a day of views. I believe I'm headed down into that valley. That nice blue sky is going away. You can see there's thunderheads coming in again. Again, the goal is just to get myself as close to Forester as possible so that I can potentially do it in the morning or sit and wait it out depending on what the weather's doing. Well, I was going to try to get to a spot on Bubbs Creek. You can hear that thunder to take my break. But I did just see lightning followed almost immediately by thunder from this kind of cloud bank right here. It's been coming from this one, not so much over here. It's really interesting because it will come from one set of clouds, not the other. But I did see lightning followed immediately by thunder. So I'm just gonna hang out for a while and hope it blows over. I'm only like a little over 4 miles from the last possible place to camp before Forester anyway, so I've got the time. Didn't really feel like or have the space to put up a tent, but the tent fly will cover everything, right? Here comes the rain. Fun stuff. So this is Bubbs Creek. This is kind of the water slide feature of the creek. There goes my inReach. The whole creek doesn't look like this. A little further back, before the storm, was a trail, a Bubbs Creek trail that eventually leads to Rhodes End in Kings Canyon National Park, and that would have been my western exit route if necessary. But I mean, with the exception of these storms, everything seems to be okay. I did just talk to somebody who was at a higher elevation during that storm. Oh, you can really see it now. And he said it was really intense. And sure enough, everybody who's been coming down looks like they've been through something. So I've got an extra day built in. Storms should be passing. But if I get too high in elevation and they aren't, I might have to come back down. Look at this. This is remnants of the hail from that storm. Those poor people who were up here for that. I'm gaining in elevation. You can actually see there's blue sky now. Storms have been clearing for a while. This is looking back down to the valley I was in. Still some clouds there, but they've just been dropping a little bit of rain. Nothing too bad. There's still hail on this peak. I'm about a mile away from the, well, at least on Gut Hook, the app, the closest campsite to Forester Pass. Should just be like right in front of me right now. So that's about 4 miles away. It'll be about 3 miles away from that campsite, if that looks good. Okay, I found a mostly sheltered site. Surprised at how much vegetation is still up here over 11,000 feet. You can't see it right now, but I am overlooking the valley. It's just this phone won't focus on it, and there is a cloud over it. And then behind me over here should be Forester Pass. You can see there's some clouds that have slipped over since the blue skies happened. So I don't know. I'm hunkered down and ready to ride out a storm if necessary. So that ends day 11. Day 12 is a little bit of a mystery. There's a couple options. If the weather prediction is correct and it clears overnight, I'll be going over Forester in the morning. If not, I might be hunkering down here, or I might be running down to the valley. So I've got that built into my schedule. If I get over Forester, it's going to be a very short day. But we'll see tomorrow what happens. Have to be surprised when I wake up.